Class 10 Biology. Good morning, students. Today we will continue the same chapter, chapter 4, absorption by roots. The process involved. Today we will start our lesson with a new topic, root pressure. Experience. If you cut off the shoot of a plant, the water pushes out from the root stem. This is due to the root pressure. Root pressure is built up due to cell-to-cell osmosis in the root tissue. As one turgid cell presses the next cell, the force of the flow of water increases inward, and when water reaches the xylem vessel, it enters the pores of their thick walls with considerable force. The root pressure is one of the forces to rise water up through the stem into the leaves. See this figure 4.13. This is the vertical or the cross section of a part of a root. This is the root hair, outermost layer, that is epidermal layer. Here, this is a central layer, and this central part is called pith, and surrounding the pith are the vascular bundles, xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloem are enclosed by two layers, pericycle and endodermis, and in between the endodermis and epidermis, the layer of parenchymatous cells are present, known as cortex. Here, this diagrammatic representation will illustrate the cell-to-cell osmosis. Here, when root hairs absorb water, it becomes turgid. But the nearest cell to the root hair cell is flaccid. So, from this turgid cell, water diffuses into the flaccid cell. Because flaccid cell is in the condition of hypertonic solution and the turgid cell are in the condition of hypotonic solution. So water moves from hypo to hypertonic. This becomes turgid. But here next to the turgid cell is flaccid. So again water moves from turgid to flaccid, turgid to flaccid, turgid to flaccid. That is from one cell to the another cell due to the change, to the difference in their tonicity. This is known as cell to cell osmosis. So water when diffuses from one cell to another cell, that is cell to cell osmosis, it reaches to the xylem. Here, due to the continuous inward flow of water, a pressure created, and this pressure is known as root pressure. This root pressure helps in the ascent of shape, that is movement of water in the upward direction. Clear? Just see this figure. Suppose this is root hair, root and the stem. Here water moves inward. So due to the continuous movement of water, here the water will create a pressure, and this water moves along this path. So here a pressure created, that pressure help in the ascent of shape. Similar in case of roots. Clear all of you? Now guttation. In certain plants like tomato, grass, banana or ferns, the root pressure is high enough to force the water all the way through the stem and comes out through the end of the leaf veins. Means in short height plant, root pressure is sufficient in them for the upward movement of water. This water appears tiny drops along the margin or the tips of the leaves. Especially in the early morning, this loss of excessive water is called guttation. See, guttation. This is a single leaf of a very common plant, that is money plant. So, when root pressure is created in the roots of money plant, it helps in the upward movement of water. This water is distributed in the leaf by midrib as well as veins. But due to the excessive intake of water by the plant, it loses water to the atmosphere in the form of tiny droplets because these veins open to the exterior in the margins of leaf. This is the margin, and these veins open to the exterior by an small opening known as hydra thoughts. So hydrathodes are the minute openings that are present on the margins of leaves. Clear? Once more. Hydrathodes are the minute openings that are present on the margins of leaves. So, due to the excessive root pressure, plant loses water to the surrounding in the form of tiny droplets. These tiny droplets gather together and fall in the form of water drops. This is known as guttation. This occurs only during the early morning. Because in the early morning, temperature is low, so it cannot evaporate. So once more, what is guttation? It is the loss of water in the form of water droplets from the margin of leaves. Clear? So in the exam, what type of question will be asked? What is the functional activity of hydrathodes? The functional activity of hydrathodes is guttation. Clear? Now come to the importance of root hair and the upward movement of absorbed water mineral. Absorption of water by the root is by means of root hair. A root hair contains cell shape which has a higher concentration of salt as compared to the outside soil water. This different set of osmosis and the outside water diffuse into the root hair. From the cell bearing root hair, water continue to pass to the adjoining cell one after another to finally enter the xylem vessel. The turgidity acquired by the cell in the process also help to push the water upward through the xylem vessel. In the previous class, we had discussed that the root hair contain a cell which contain a large size vacuole. The large size vacuole are the particular characteristics of the plant cell. This vacuole contains cell shape. But here the concentration is said to be hypertonic, high solute concentration, and this high solute concentration makes a difference in the concentration of the solution inside and the outside of the root hair cell, which help in the diffusion of water to the root hair cell. If the concentration of the solute will decrease, if the concentration of solute will decrease in the root hair cell, instead of endosmosis, exosmosis will take place and the plant will die. So at any cost, a plant or the root hairs of the plant will maintain a hypertonic solution in the vacuoles. This helps in the inward movement of water to the root hair cell. Clear all of you? Now, absorption of mineral element from the soil involves active transport by the minerals may also absorb in iron rather than as salt. The dilute solution of water mineral salt absorbed from the soil by the roots can be used for food manufacture in the lab and only if it can travel up to the highest point of the plant. This upward flow occurs through the xylem. So these are the soil particles, root hairs. So water, soil particles or minerals are passes into the root hair cell and from cell to cell osmosis that reaches to the xylem. In xylem vessel that help in the transport of water and mineral in the upward direction. Clear? Okay. Now some experimental question. To show that roots absorb water, take a test tube A filled with water. Mark the level of water and few drops of oil into it to prevent any loss of water by evaporation. This is the control setup. For the experimental setup, prepare a similar test tube B with an equal level of water. Pull out a young leafy plant such as balsam from the soil with its roots intact and insert the roots of the plant in the test tube. Put a few drops of oil to prevent any loss of water by evaporation. Leave the two test tubes undisturbed. After a day or two, you will find the level of water in test tube B falls but not in test tube U, providing the water lost test tube B was absorbed by the roots. So what was the experiment? Roots absorb water. We will take two test tube A and test tube B. Test tube A and test tube B. Fill both the test tube with equal level of water. Clear? Put some drops of oil. Layer of oil in test tube A. In test tube B, insert the roots of a plant, particularly balsam plant. Then put few drops of oil. Test tube A is said to be control setup and test tube B is said to be the experimental setup. Clear? After having this setting, leave them for 1 to 2 days. So after leaving them for 1 to 2 days undisturbed, what we will observe? The level of water in test tube B will decrease. This so that water in the test tube be absorbed by the roots and is lost by the plant. Here, few questions are very important. First, we'll ask the name of the plant in the particular experiment. First, second, why we use oil in both the experiment. So this oil prevent the loss of water by evaporation. Third, what is the here the level of water does not decrease or increase, remains same. This indicates that control setup gives about the loss of water or the level of water. Clear all of you? So finally it is concluded that roots of the plant absorb water. So next day we'll discuss more experiment. Dear student, experimental questions are very important because they asked in the form of experimentally skilled question. Clear? Okay, have a good day. Bye all of you.